This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button or comment, make sure it's working properly, because they are working overtime suppressing the channel because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, guys, I plan on taking a weekend off and not doing any new videos until Monday. You guys know I was running around in San Antonio, Texas for 4 days, and I just needed some downtime. But I'm seeing all these articles about the SEC Ripple lawsuit is not over, that they're waiting on the judge to approve the dismissal of the case. That is absolute nonsense. Okay, that is absolute nonsense. If they filed a joint motion for dismissal and it's signed by both parties, the judge has nothing to do with that. The clerk of the court is the one that ends the case. The case is over. What these bad actors are doing, they're putting out these stupid articles about the lawsuit needs to be approved by the judge in order to be dismissed, in order to justify still manipulating XRP price down. They're manipulating XRP price, they're pushing it down, and they're utilizing this false narrative that we need the judge's approval to end the lawsuit. The lawsuit is over. Okay, the lawsuit is over between SEC and Ripple XRP. That joint motion for dismissal that both parties signed and gave it to the courts, the clerk of the court has to dismiss the lawsuit. Let me read to you guys what the rules say, okay? This is the rules. Federal Rules of Appellate Procedure, okay? This is not my rules. This is the Federal Court of Appeals rules. Rule 42B1. The circuit court must dismiss a docketed appeal if the parties filed a signed dismissal agreement specifying how costs are to be paid and pay any federal fees that are due. Okay? Once they filed that motion, the clerk of the court, nothing to do with the judge, the clerk of the court has to dismiss the case. And these bad actors know this. They know that the lawsuit is over, but they keep putting out these articles to justify manipulating XRP down to try to shake out retail investors. Okay? But it's not working, because all they're doing is creating better buying opportunities for retail investors, because a lot of us know what we hold. And I'm not telling anybody to buy, hold, or sell XRP. You have to do your own DD and come to your own conclusions. But what I'm telling you is this. The lawsuit is over. The Federal Rules of Appellate Procedures tells us that it's over. The only reason they keep pushing these articles, and I've seen about 4 or 5 of them, where they're saying that the lawsuit is waiting for the judge to dismiss it. It is out of the judge's hands. They took it out of the judge's hands when they filed the joint motion for dismissal. The Federal Rules of Appellate Procedure gives them that authority, and it gives the clerk of the court the authority to end the case without even talking to the judge. Once they filed that motion and they submitted it to the court, they took it out of the judge's hands. The clerk of the court is required by federal appeals court rules to dismiss the case. The Ripple SEC XRP case is over. They're only saying it's not to justify manipulating the price of XRP. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you really believe that the SEC Ripple XRP lawsuit is waiting for a judge to sign off on it? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.